Hi everyone, today I want to show you a watch that doesn't get much attention online. In fact, most of the videos I can find of it, or any information, is not even in English. And this is an Armand Nicolet VS-1. I've got some of their divers in the background, diver-ish watches that I was looking at the same time. So I want to show you guys. I've already worn the watch, but I'm going to show you the unboxing. I think Armand Nicolet, if you ever order their watches or buy their watches, they do a really good job with this. They give you you get your warranty, 2-year warranty if you buy it online. That's something else. I'm not going to show it to you right now, but if you buy it online, they'll actually send you a separate box with the watches in a separate container. But this is their main box. So you get this really thick manual. You get a really nice, really nice leather or leather-ish cleaning cloth hang tag. Here's the watch. So this is the VS-1. This watch is 38 millimeters. I'm gonna grab a tool. But it actually is a little smaller, I think, than the actual measurements that they state. If I hold this, oh my gosh, I'm trying to juggle. If I hold my tool, you'll actually see that it's a little smaller than they say. $37.8. Lug to lug is about, it's more than that. It's about, there we go, 45-ish. This watch is really underrated. It's got a really cool dial. I do it in a couple different colors. It's acrylic. Supposedly there's a sapphire treatment. I'm trying to figure out if it's hard to confirm that, but it's really got a nice kind of boxed sort of raised effect. There is a magnifier, but it's under the crystal, which is kind of cool. So that means it won't be affected by scratches as much. It has, the bezel is also acrylic, possibly treated. It's got this orange treatment on the numerals and the indices, which is also on all of the different color variations. They're all the same, doesn't matter what you do. The bracelet is acceptable. It has an Armand Nicolet logo. It has one micro adjust, which is not very much. Better than 0, but it's a little mediocre in my personal opinion. It's an okay bracelet. It's the weakest part of the watch in my personal opinion. It does have drilled lugs, but the actual finishing on the case is what impressed me, because for the price range, for the 1600-ish retail, with the more realistic street price of maybe $1,000-ish, depending on where you buy it from, maybe less, the finishing is really good. Maybe you can't quite tell in the video. Bezel action is great. Finishing is real nice. And the crown is nicely signed. You do not see the movement on the back. It's just a solid case back with some 100 meters of water resistance, Swiss made, the usual kind of markings. But it is quite it has a very dignified feel. A Tudor is what it keeps reminding me of. I've owned a couple Tudors. That's what it reminds me of. And it's, of course, none of the Tudors have acrylic crystals, but other than that, I'll show you guys the wrist shot. My wrist is about 6.5 inches, and I think it looks really nice. I think it's not a big watch. I think it looks great on the steel. I've also put on a couple of different straps. It almost looks a little small, in my personal opinion, on certain straps, like a leather strap, although it works. I actually think on the steel, it looks really nice. And this is a watch that just doesn't get any attention at all. And I was really interested in it, and I happened to grab one. It was actually on a watch wheel spin, and this is actually the one I wanted, so it wasn't random. It's actually the one I was hoping for. But I'm really impressed with this watch. I think if you're looking for a retro-ish diver in that 30-ish, 8-ish range, which seems to be popular with this type of vintage style, I think it's really underrated. And if you're okay with the acrylic, that's my only concern. A lot of competitors go with ceramic. But if you like that look, and supposedly you can poly wash scratches, which I haven't had any yet, and I've worn it a decent amount of times. It's been wearing it for a few months. I haven't had any issues yet, but I'm nervous about it. But I'm really impressed, and I think this is a watch that gets slept on that I think you should possibly consider if you're looking at something, a vintage diver-ish kind of watch. So that's my 2 cents, and I hope you enjoyed the brief, very informal review. Thank you.